here, as quick as you can, as quick as you can. Try and do it with the others, Jonesy, if you can.
I'm sorry, sir.
Thank you, Wilson. I stand easy.
I think what's causing it, sir, is that you being on the end of the line, the sound of your command has taken longer to cross the air to reach me.
Yeah, something like that, Jones.
Perhaps if you used to nod your head, sir, it cotton on a bit quicker.
That's right, sir. You just nod your head, and I will not be found wanting.
No, we're not going to do that. Now pay attention. Just lately, some of your uniforms are looking pretty shoddy. One or two of the badges could be brassing up a bit as well. I've been discussing this with Sergeant Wilson. It's described to be devised a scheme, haven't we, Wilson?
Yes, sir, we have,
Hey, yep.
What's the matter, Jones?
You nodded, sir, so I sprung to it.
We're not doing it.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah. Now, the thing is that some of the women have approached us, the women folk, and wanted to...
Hey, yep.
What's the matter now, Jones?
I was standing at attention, and now I'm easing myself.
Some of the women folk have approached us and said they would like to join us in our fight against the common foe. We think it's a good scheme, don't we, Wilson?
Yes, sir, yes, we do, yes. You won't nod, will you, sir?
We'll try not to. Now, they can take part in the paperwork and the making of tea and cocoa, etc.
Buttons?
Beg your pardon, Professor?
Buttons, sir. They can sew on the buttons.
Precisely. Good point. Make a note of that, Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Very good point indeed.
Hey, yep.
Jones?
You nodded, sir, so I... Oh, I'm sorry, sir, I forgot we wasn't doing it.
We're going to have to let him go, you know.
My sister's very good at sewing. Somebody else will have to thread the needle.
I think we're looking towards a rather younger age.
Oh, there's a new girl at the sweet shop. She's very obliging.
That's the sort of girl we need.
That's right, comforts for the troops.
Well, that sort of totally talk what up.
There's a new young lassie at the Gaslight and Coke Company. She's a fine family built, sonty sort of girl, you know. Besides,
They're very strong, the ones with big thighs.
What does Sonsy mean, Will?
It's an obscure Scottish term.
Well, I'm sure we can all come up with the right material, so bring them along tomorrow and them along to the office and we can see. And if we get them fully trained, they can release us the frontline troops so we can grapple with the enemy.
I don't suppose old Fraser and Jonesy had much energy left after grappling with those big fires.
Shan't tell you again, Walker, shan't tell you again. How goes the recruitment, Wilson?
Ah, there you go, sir. Very good, sir. The lads have walked quite far along.
Oh, very good. Well, let's bash on then, shall we?
Yes, sir. I'll
Bring them in one at a time.
Right now, who's first?
Sally Wilson, this is Mrs. Fox.
Ah, Mrs. Fox. Fox. Will Miss Kindness come this way, please?
Oh, thanks, ever
What a lovely humid day.
Yes,
Yes. It's so cool. Come this way. Captain Mannering, this is Mrs. Fox.
Fox. How do you do?
nicely, thank you.
Mrs. Fox is one of my best customers, sir. Equal fine, she'll give every satisfaction.
Thank you, Joe.
I don't have rude of me. I haven't offered you a chair. Now, here, do sit down. Now, is there anything I can get you? A cup of tea, glass of water?
No, I don't.
I mean, no trouble.
Wilson!
Not the kettle.
Wilson! outside for a moment, shall we? A little chat. Sorry about this, Mrs. Fox. I'm leaving. Now listen, Wilson, I know you're something of a ladies' man, but these women are going to be subject to discipline like the rest of the force.
Well, yes.
Let's start as we mean to go on, shall we?
Oh, surely we can be polite.
Right, we don't need all this Jack Buchanan stuff, do we? Right, let's get down to business, as we should do, all right?
Anything you say, sir. Anything you say.
Sorry about that, Mrs. Fox. Out of the way, Joan. Right. Now, name, Mrs. Fox. Christian name?
Marcia.
Marcia! Oh, it's one of my favourites.
Well said.
There's my dress. I've written my age on the bottom.
Thank you.
I was just telling Mr. Mannering I've written my age on the bottom.
Right, occupation?
Widow.
Widow. Would you call that an occupation?
In Mrs. Fox's case, sir, I'd say it was more of a calling.
Well said.
Mrs. Fox is a very fine cooking lady, sir. A most understanding and warm female person.
Yeah. Well, that's very handy. Would you like to join us, Mrs. Fox?
I didn't know you'd come apart.
Anything that was good, sir. I mean,
I'll take that from the affirmative answer then. Right, thank you very much, Mrs. Fox.
She's a very dry wit, sir, is Mrs. Fox.
Yes, Joan, thank you.
This is the young lady I was telling you about, sir, Ivy Samways.
Oh, Ivy Sammy.
yes, sir, she's the one who can be most obliging.
Oh, yeah. All right, Joan, you ready to stay, thank you.
Yeah, very good, sir. Hey, up! Hey, 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 up! Hey, 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 hey!
Now, you're a shop assistant, aren't you?
Hey, up!
Get out, Joan. You're a shop assistant, aren't you? Yeah. And the address? Beg your pardon? Sorry?
Chaplain Drive, sir. Chaplain Drive.
Chaplain Drive. And the number? I beg your pardon?
27.
27, right. Now, what sort of job do you think would suit Miss Stanley?
Perhaps you could answer the telephone, sir.
We're going a little bit too far now.
Or she could look after the secret files most admirably, sir.
That's all right. Yes. Right, well then, thank you, Miss Samuel. Thank you.
A word, sir.
Yes, Fraser.
Oh, the young lady from the Gaslight and Coke Company, sir. She couldn't be with us this evening, but I have had a word with her,
Yes.
and she says that she'd like to join us. She's just the sort we want, sir. You know, firm, you know, big, strong, fine.
Thank you, Fraser.
Miss Mannering, friend of mine, Edith Parrish.
You, Miss Parrish.
I do.
Right. Nice. Now, where do you live, Miss Parrish?
I live down Berwick Road.
Oh, first of all, sorry, sir. First of all, I must ask you your occupation.
Oh, I'm a national rare.
You know, Tivoli Cinema.
Oh, yeah.
One with the torch.
Oh, yes. I expect you see lots of pictures, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See lots of other things and all.
Right. The address?
You ever want to see a film, Mr. Mannering, you go down the side, on the far exit, knock 3 times, and she said she can fit you in.
Yes, I don't think I've been on your hospitality. Your address now, yes. That's it.
I live down Berwick Road, number 35. I live with my dad.
Yeah.
It's 6'3", so don't you go getting no ideas.
Yes, right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'll see she comes along tomorrow evening then, sir.
Yes, yes.
You shouldn't have said that to him. He doesn't get ideas.
That's not the class of girl we want to talk to.
No, I think you're quite right there, so yeah.
Right,
No, sir, that's all for this
right,
evening.
tell the men they can go home. They were late last night.
Yes,
I'll sort this out.
okay, I understand. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much for coming. That's all for this evening. If you can all be here tomorrow night for 7 o'clock parade, we'll carry on again tomorrow evening. Off you go home, have a nice evening. Good night, sir. I'll see you later, Frank.
Come in.
Captain Mannering,
That's right.
I heard you were needing women helpers for the Home Guard, is that right?
Oh, of course, please. Please sit down.
Thank you. I've heard about this platoon since its very beginning, and I think you're doing a wonderful job.
Oh, we try to do our best voting, you know, in our hour of need.
I'd love to help, just to feel that I was doing something.
Yes. You know, your face seems vaguely familiar. Have I seen you at the golf club?
No, I've not been in Warmington long.
Right.
I had to bring Mother away from London because of the bombing, you know.
I see.
I would have loved to have stayed. Not that there was much I could have done, but just being there would have shown that wretched little Hitler that we're not going to give in.
By Jove, that's the sort of talk I'd like to hear. And then,
Fiona?
Fiona. What a pretty name.
I think so.
Oh, yes. It's always been one of my favourites.
Oh, thank you.
Now, occupation.
Well, widow, I suppose, if you can call that an occupation.
Well, in your case, I would say it was almost a cool. Widow, yes. And the address?
31 Wilton Gardens.
Oh, Wilton Gardens, that's quite near me.
I know. I see you go to the bank every morning.
You really?
And how marvellously punctual you are.
Yeah.
We thought you were 3 minutes late the other day.
Oh, was I?
No, the clock was wrong.
I used to have to set an example to all the youngsters. My decision.
Yes, I quite agree. All the old standards are declining so rapidly.
They are. Indeed, they certainly are. Yes.
I mustn't keep you.
See you tomorrow, perhaps at the parade. We start about 7:30.
Oh, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
At the moment, my life consists of morning coffee at Anne's pantry and making the dahlias grow.
Dahlias. I'm very fond of dahlias, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you grow them too?
No, unfortunately, my wife says they attract the earwigs.
What a shame. But she's quite right. Captain Mannering,
Yeah.
may I ask you something awfully personal?
Yes, of course.
Do you always wear spectacles?
Oh, yes, I always do.
Would you mind taking them off for a moment?
I guess if you wish.
Oh, that's so much better. I always think that they take away the warmth from a person's eyes, just as a fire guard takes away so much of the heat.
Expect you're right, I never really thought of it. Expect you're right.
Ah, still here, sir.
Ah, listen. I'd like you to meet new recruit, Mrs. Fiona Gray.
Fiona! What a pretty...
Yes, well, we've got your details, Mr. Gray. See you tomorrow night, 7:30.
I look forward to it.
Good
Goodbye.
night, Mrs. Gray. Did you mind the step over there? Yes.
A charming woman that is, Ross.
Is she really, sir?
Just the right sort of material.
Well, you're such a good judge of character as a rule. It'll be interesting to see how they all shape up.
Yes, indeed.
There she is, Jones, over there.
I don't think she's got big thighs, Mr. Fraser. Long ones, maybe.
What's the matter with your eyes, man? Why, they're like 3 trunks.
Ah, good evening, sir. Oh, you lost your glasses?
Oh, no, I was just twisting my eyes.
Ah.
Right, shall we get on with it then?
Yes, sir, whenever you're ready.
Right, hang on.
Good evening, lady. Will you be so kind as to sort of form up in 2 straight lines? As quick as you can, please, now.
Now, welcome, ladies.
Good evening.
Of course, in due course, you will receive your uniforms, but up until now, tonight I'm going to teach you the rudiments of foot drill. Now, first of all, stand at ease position, place your legs comfortably apart, about 18 inches. About 10 inches also. With your right hand over your left hand, just above the top of your bottom, your behind, and the back. You got that?
What a lot of red tape nonsense.
Mum, no talking in the rain.
Right, we're talking in the rain. Right. Now, to come to stand to attention, you transfer the weight onto your right foot. And you lift your left foot, I'm doing this in slow motion, of course, so you can see. And you bring it down beside your right foot. That's the difficult bit. At the same time, you bring your hands down to your sides, with the thumbs in line with the seams of your trousers.
Permission to speak, sir. The women are now not wearing trousers on account of them being women.
Well, perhaps they can put their thumbs in line with the seams of their knickers.
Fall out, stand over there, we'll take no further part in this parade.
Well, I didn't say anything.
If we wasn't wearing them, we'd have something to go on about.
Thanks.
He's very good-hearted, but very coarse sometimes.
Right, Wilson, give the command.
Yes. Platoon! Platoon! Shut!
Yeah, that was very sloppy, wasn't it? Not you, Mrs. Gray, that was very good. Demonstrate. Stomach in, chest out.
Oh, not you, Mrs. Fox. That's very good.
Right, let's go again. Stand at ease. Good, jump! Oh dear, dear. Come on, Mrs. Fox. Come on.
Yes, come along, you're all behind.
I was following you.
You mustn't identify my position, you know.
Now stand at ease.
Silly red tape.
Mum, no talking in the rain.
I shan't tell you again.
Come on, Ring. Miss Ironside here is doing a very good job. Her legs are going with a big firm strong.
Thank you, Fraser. Right now. Now I'm going to show you the right and left turn. Now the right turn, you swivel on your right heel and your left turn. Thus, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Ah, na, 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 na.
Walk on. Now you brace the rear thigh very hard.
I do the cap and shaves and brace those thighs.
Yeah. Thank you. Then you bring the rear thigh up and you plant your foot beside the front one like this.
Blimey, what a way to win the war.
But the captain knows best if you listen to him.
Face the front. Stop staring at the ladies.
Women mad, he is women mad.
Any more for you, you'll go home. Flag all and face front. And ease. And dead shut. Well done, Mr. Gray, very good. And left turn.
sort of confusion, sir. Yes.
They had the same trouble in the American Civil War, sir, when they had to have all sorts of crude, rough country yokel men to act as soldiers, who did not know their left foot from their elbow, sir. So to overcome this ingeniously, they tied a piece of hay on one foot and a piece of straw on the other. And when they wanted to turn left, the commanding man would say, "Hay, turn!" or "Straw, turn," according to whether the hay was on the left foot or the straw was on the left foot. I knew they had to get all the straws and all the left shoes on the hay. Isn't that right, Helmer, sir?
I think that's a good idea, sir. Then you could come in each evening and go, "Good evening, ladies. What nice straws you're wearing."
I'm not arguing this and all. I go home.
Good morning, Captain Mannering.
What a surprise. Take a seat.
Thank you. I haven't seen you in here before.
Oh, I do come in from time to time, you know. I managed to get my nose away from the grindstone.
Yes, please.
Coffee, please. Let's have a look. No, thank you. I beg your pardon.
No, just coffee for me as usual.
A capital idea. Just the 2 coffees.
Second dose? Yes, please.
No, have this with me. Do they? They used to do the most marvellous Devonshire teas here, you know.
With jam and cream.
Oh, yes, indeed, yes. I remember right there, after the last war, I was in Guildford, and a chum and I borrowed a flivver and took a spin down here to my aunt's pantry just for the Devonshire tea. Because when I got back, I got the rough end of his tongue, I can tell you. He thought I'd told him off with a little fluff.
Oh, it was all harmless fun in those days.
Of course, mind you, we should go to the pace now and then, you know.
Do you know, your whole face seems to light up when you laugh. I think you're a very jolly person.
Is that probably, yeah? So as being a bank manager, you don't have a lot of time for jesting and joking, you know. Thank you.
Secretaries?
No, you've had this one with me.
Good morning, Captain Mannering.
Godfrey, is it?
I haven't seen you here before.
Well, I do come in from time to time, you know.
I'm just on my way to the clinic.
Yeah.
Oh dear. You've broken your spectacles, have you?
I'm just resting my eyes, you know.
Well, you will excuse me.
Charming man, that you know. One of my most loyal soldiers.
They're a wonderful band of men.
Yes, I'm very proud of it.
Hello, Captain Mannering. I haven't seen you in here before.
I come in from time to time, you know.
Here, if you bust your specs, so I know a bloke's got 300 pairs of frames, hardly used.
No, I haven't broken them, no.
Anybody else? You haven't seen me. I'm just delivering a bit of the sweet stuff, Sonny.
What do you mean, sugar?
Shh, you haven't seen me. By the way, I haven't seen you as well, so don't worry.
black cat comes here. Oh, dear, what's that careless talk?
No, of course not. Any secret's quite safe in here.
Hello, Mr. Mannering. I don't often see you in here, sir. This is Mrs. Prosser. This is Mr. Mannering.
How are you, Mrs. Prosser? This is Gray.
How do you?
Come with me, my dear, and I'll come and join you in a moment. Fancy some trumpet. Mr. Mannering.
Yeah.
Mrs. Prosser is a very good friend of mine, sir.
Oh, yeah.
But there is nothing in it.
No.
All the same, you won't tell Mrs. Fox you've seen me out with the willies. I give her some pieces for her cat, and on her part she keeps me company from time to time.
Yes, I see you doing that.
Enjoy your tea, sir.
Thank you.
This is great.
Sorry about these interruptions. I was hoping for a nice cup of coffee and a quiet chat.
So was I.
Mind, I must admit, I did deliberately come down here on purpose. I might see, you know.
I rather hoped you might.
Mr. Mannering, Mr. Wilson said he was sorry to spoil your tete-a-tete, but the bank inspectors are here and will he come straight away?
All right, it's all right then, the pipe. All right, I'm coming. Sorry about this, Mr. Gray. Shall I see you on parade then tomorrow night?
I look forward to it.
Right, very good. I see you there then. Sorry about this. I look forward to it indeed. Bye-bye.
Surely that's some inside of thing I don't see. But they're always there on the back row. Oh, nobody knows mine. Unlike some people I know who seem to have more arms than an octopus.
Of a very possessive nature, Miss Parrish.
They're good for coffee every morning together.
I haven't seen them.
Now, they go over to the Dutch oven now. I have to go get them if there's anything important.
Folly, sheer folly. It'll be the rural oven. Somebody should tell him.
But I don't think it's any of our business. And anyway, we shouldn't talk about those sort of things behind their back.
You're one to talk. It was you who told us they were playing clock golf at the municipal gardens.
I thought it was rather nice.
Good evening, Wilson.
Oh, there you are.
Time for parade.
There's just a few more moments, I think, sir.
Aye. Good, because I have a very important decision to make about the ladies section, you know.
Ah, yes, sir, the ladies section. I was hoping to have a word with you about that.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I know it's none of my business, but if I don't tell you, who will?
What are you talking about, Wilson?
Well, we've been friends a long while, haven't we, sir? You know, what with the bank and with the platoon. I mean, we're practically friends. Well, nearly.
Stop shuffling from one foot to another then and come out with it. You're in some sort of trouble.
Oh, good Lord, no, sir. It's just that with the ladies section, don't you think that one of us is making a tiny little fool of ourselves?
Oh, I see. I appreciate your frankness, you know, Wilson.
Well, thank you.
It couldn't have been easy for you to come and talk to me on such a delicate matter.
No, sir, I only did it for the best.
Yeah. That's why I've decided to disband the female section, except for one or two very special helpers. So that should solve your problem. Get Mrs. Pike out of your hair. Hey, come along. Fair names, everybody. How's everybody here doing?
Everybody, sir. Except Mrs. Gray, that is, sir.
Mrs. Gray? How strange. How's she feeling under the weather?
Favoritism.
Ivy thinks she's okay because she saw her carrying 2 big heavy cases to the station.
The station?
About 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago to the station.
Well, it's only one train. It's 7:45 to London.
Take the parade, Wilson.
What's that? Great. But do you want me to make the announcement, sir? Oh, Lord.
Not too strong, please.
Not much chance of that, dear. Anything else? That's tuppence.
Thank you.
What is it? What's happened?
Nothing's happened. I'm just going back to London, that's all.
For how long?
I don't know. A month or two? For good, perhaps.
Why, you never mentioned it, you never even hinted.
I just thought it would be for the best.
I don't want you to go. My life's changed completely. I live from one meeting to the next.
I know. I'm just the same. But it's the only thing to do because people are talking.
Well, people always talk. Who cares about that?
But there's your wife.
Well, they won't talk to her. She hasn't left home since Munich.
Be sensible, George. You can't afford to have scandal and tittle-tattle.
I don't care.
But there's the bank.
Oh, damn the bloody bank.
George.
I'm sorry, but look, don't take that train tomorrow.
George, I must.
I implore you, just don't take the train. We'll only see each other once a week.
You're making this very difficult for me, George. But I've made up my mind. It's the only way.
Victoria! Victoria!
You know,
There's my train.
I've never begged for anything in my life before. I'm begging you, please don't go.
Finish with those chairs, mate.
I'll take the damn thing.
Oh, all right, I only asked.
But why don't we talk it over? You take the train tomorrow. Get you another cup of tea.
Warmington on Sea! Warmington on Sea! Victoria train!
Is there nothing I can say to make you change your mind?
Hurry along, please, hurry along.
There's nothing you can say, George. I must go.
How will I get in touch with you?
You won't be able to.
But that's all right, won't you?
Maybe. In a while, I don't know.
But you say you're right. Promise me you're right to do.
Very well. I promise.
Stay clear of the
Please make it
North Sea.
soon.